right, hi guys. Today we are going to be talking to you guys about resources for standardized test prep, everyone's favorite thing. A couple weeks ago you did look at the ACT website, and that had a lot of great information on it, but today we're going to take a look at a few other resources that you will be using. So our goals for today are to be able to identify websites that are going to help you prepare for standardized tests. So we're going to show you some of the free resources that are out there, and then you will be able to use these during access. We are also going to be looking at ways to improve your skills, so you're going to have to know what previous scores that you received on practice tests, and then what areas that you will need to improve on to practice.
So why is this lesson important for you? Other than the pride of just increasing your scores, junior year is really important for your ACT and SAT tests. This is really when you take them, it's not practice anymore, the scores go to the schools that you're wanting to look at. We can improve in academic areas with just test prep, and we can improve skill levels for post-secondary careers and courses. So even if you're not looking to go to a four-year college, this is still something that's worthwhile.
All right, so here are some of the sites. The first one that we're going to show you is number2.com.
Yeah, this is my favorite one. I use it with my students in session a lot. You can actually go to the right side and see the different tests that they offer. There's even one for just general vocab, but let's pretend we're working on ACT. So we're going to click on here. It will actually then give you information about how to use this. You can enroll, but you don't need to use this website, and I don't. I like the word of the day, so you just click here and it takes you to, so today is antidote, and it's a noun. It's a short biographical story, often amusing. You can also then go to see yesterday's word. Okay. These are just good words to know, not only just for reading and writing, but then obviously there are ACT words that you might see on the test. You can also go to question of the day. And this isn't necessarily vocab. It can be any question that you might see on any one of the subtests for the ACT. Okay? Same thing, you can check your answers. So let's see. The smallest number, which has both 7 and 21 as factors, let's pretend we're going to choose D. You can submit your answer. Okay? And it will give you a reason why your answer was correct or why it was not. So this is always very helpful.
All right. The next site that we're going to take a look at is, oops, I skipped it, fortest.com.
Fortest.com will let you go into an English test, a math test, a reading test, a science test to practice your ACT. You can start. It should also be able to tell you if you get a question wrong, why you got the question wrong. And you can go back and try to learn from that for further questions. I'm not sure if they've got a writing part in this one. I don't think so.
Yeah,
that one's hard to practice. I think that one is just more maybe even seeking out your English teacher and asking what you should be practicing on, or some things that you know you've gotten feedback on from other assessments. I think that's the best way.
All right, the next one is SparkNotes. You might have gone to SparkNotes if you've ever had to look for a book, or, but they have different strategies, and so you can click, let's say I wanted to practice the ACT Science Reasoning Test. So there's a little info about it. They will give you more question practice, so you can drop down and do other different things on that website. So a good one to explore and take a look at.
And this next one is the 7 sources for free ACT practice tests. So if you scroll down, you'll be able to see the different places that you can go to and find.
Oh, look, there's number 2. Look at that.
Yeah, that's one we already know about.
And then here's one we're going to come to in a little bit, Macross, but that's a great one too.
Just gives you a lot of options.
All right, and then finally the last site that we want to show you is this McGraw-Hill. This one is really cool. I stumbled across this, and you can, if you're taking SAT too, there's some practice for that as well, and other test prep. But the ACT test is really awesome because there are different videos here. So if you want to look at function problems, here's a video to kind of give you some background information. The practice tests are really nice because it's really fancy introduction. But there's different practice tests here, and then as you're taking it, so I already started one, you can review your answers. So it gives you some support here of why maybe you were right or why you were wrong. So I think that's really great, because sometimes we take tests and we have no idea why we got something wrong. All right, so finally, here's what we would like you to do. We would like you to go on to Skyward and look at your scores. And if you need to know which ones you're above or below, your guidance counselor would have that, possibly your access teacher as well. But take a look at the areas that you are strong in and the areas that you're weak in. And then go ahead and explore all of those resources. And we'll give you links to all of these through Google Classroom. And then you're going to make a blog post called Test Prep Resources. You're going to explain the areas that you're really doing well in and the areas that you're struggling with when you take tests. And then you're going to look at those resources that we gave you and see which are the most helpful. And so if there's one or two that you really think you'll use, explain why you think those are really good and really helpful and how you will use them in the future. So in Access, you will have some practice to do that. So good luck.
Good luck.